What's up guys, it's me again. Today we're up, not down.
Just trust me, you'll be fine. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me, I wasn't it. I wave goodbye to the end of beginning.
Up in terms of mood, up in terms of studio. The reason we're up is because I want to build some things and they will require me to be somewhere warm where I can be able to build. I will show you what I'm up to and then we can talk about it a bit more in detail. So the first thing, I have the Hoonicorn Apex 2, and with this I want to assemble everything. Normally with some RC shops you can be able to get one that's already assembled, but with this now you can be able to assemble it yourself, and in the process you can be able to tweak some things and change some things if you know what you're doing. So that's what I'm planning to do. So we've got the wheels, we've got the shock fluids and everything, we've got the body, we've got the chassis, we've got just the whole thing. Now what I was able to add on top of that, besides that, was I was able to look for ESC and a brushless motor. So with these two, at least I know I'll get a little bit of power, and then I can add a LiPo battery to it. And then on top of that, I have the tuning to just make it drive much better. So this, what you do is you calibrate your ESC, your motor, to make sure that you get the full spec of what you're using. So I will pair that with a Futaba receiver. The receiver is a R203GF, just a normal one, so it's a good control, so I think it deserves something nice. So, but it's not like the latest. I have some extra stickers for the Hoonicorn. It's a very awesome brand. Like, a lot of people know about Ken, a lot of people know about the previous videos that they used to watch from the guys and the old Hoonicorn crew and the people who put it together. But even now, there are a lot of great work that they're putting together. They have an amazing match like this, quite warm. The moment I got it, I was like, you know what? I'm keeping this on every day, especially now in winter. They also have jumpers. They have, no, go check them out. I don't want to spoil it for you. First of all, check out their Aussie video. Check out what they're doing. I really want to build that, what do they call it? The Brat. I really, if I had a chance, I tried to look for the body of the Brat to have as an RC car. You can be able to get it, but it will take time. You cannot get it in Japan, so I have to order it from eBay. And if I order it from eBay, I have to check where I'm getting it for. So Hoonicorn, if you guys have the body for the Brat, let me know. You know, just hit me up. I can be able to look at it, you know, and then give a good review. But I just want it for my own personal selfish reasons, because that's how I roll. I liked RC cars, so this was one of those things. When I saw the video of how he was drifting and everything, I thought to myself, ooh, that would be awesome to have the car itself, but also the RC car would be dope. So we'll get there. One day maybe I might own the car if it starts small. Dreams are built from small scale. Now, I have to really put everything together, so it will take me time. I'm going to do a video on that and show you guys the process of everything coming together. Remember, you need this to calibrate in order for you to get the full spec of how you want to drive. Pretty cool thing. You connect it to your receiver and then you can communicate. Was it to the receiver or to the ESC? Oh my god, what happened to me? Anyway, back to what I was doing. Before we get to the Nimzo and the R34 GTR, let's look at this. So this, I was able to put everything together, at least clean it up a little bit, and I was able to calibrate the sim driving the racing G29 in order for the accelerator to be smooth. So I spent a whole day figuring that issue out. Like, the Logitech system is good when it works, but when it doesn't work, it's not the best, because of the G-force, you tend to, once you go out of the truck, or if something happens, the G-force makes the whole thing to snap and you have to reset it. Also, when you're playing on PS4, then you have the same issue. If you drive off, then the G-force locks out and the whole system, the steering stops, and you have to reconnect it and connect it again for it to work. So I was trying to, you can be able to get the JSON code and be able to see what's going on. So I was trying to look at that also for it to figure out whether, you know, like because of the updates. Anyway, it's a long story, but I was trying to get the G29 to work the way it's supposed to work. And I was able to get it to work through changing the code on the what is it called? Connect. The connect code to be able to, for it to pick up. Long story. Anyway, I'll explain that in another video. Now, let's move on. So here, I have my GTR. This is just for exhibition. Still need to put the lights on. I want to do a roll cage, maybe black. And then maybe inside I'll play around, maybe put a seat and a couple of things just to make it look nice. I have the inside body that I need to print out for the chair and everything. So that is a work in progress. I have the lights here. So I have all the lights here that I'm getting ready to put together. On the other hand, the same, this is for drift. So I still need to put the back lights, but the front I probably will. That's the reason I haven't given it so much detail and attention, because I still need to 3D print the radiator. So for the radiator to pop out, and then maybe I'll shave all this out for it to be open, to look like a Japanese JDM car. You see, my goal with the RCs is to mimic real life, to mimic every build has to look realistic. So every build, let's say if I'm doing a JDM drift, if you can look here, there paints off, the holes are not right, the thing that the bottom how I cut it is not right, but I intentionally did that because it's a JDM RC car, so to make it look put together like in a hurry, where something like this there is detail to it. So you take your time, you get the right paint, you make sure it looks okay, and then once you're done that, you make sure that when I put the lights, I want it to look good, for everything to be as clean as possible. Also the rims that I'm going to use are going to have to fit it. So I wanted to get rays, but I couldn't find them. So I'm going to have to figure out how to make the rays, or if not, I'll just come up with something, find the stickers and just make it as realistic as possible to a GTR. That's the goal. Then moving on. So I have everything ready. I have all my screws, tools, stickers. It's not like that I was just looking for something and then sort of panicked. And then on this is a Nissan toy. This is an actual kid's toy. So plastic, everything. So I want to take off the whole of the chassis. And then once I take off the whole of the chassis, and then I'm going to rebuild an RC car with that, like a drift RC car. And then maybe I will extend the body and make it even look cooler than what it actually is. Maybe I'll, so to drop the back here and the same and all this, because I know I won't be able to find the kit. I have to draw, build, 3D print for it to look as realistic as possible, because I want it to have a motor, to have a ESC, to have everything for it to go even much faster than this. So that's a plan. I really like this. It's a very common transport car in Kenya. So and also in Japan they use it for constructions. So I want it to sit low, get new tires, new chassis, ESC, for it to be now an RC car, not an RC toy. That's a plan. Yes, so that's what I'm working on. So right now I still have a couple of things that I'm planning to print. I have the roll cage, so I have everything set in a way that I'll just show you now. So that's the roll cage that I have, and then once I've done the roll cage, I will come again and then I'll start working on, where's my RC prints. You know, I have a whole interior that I should print step by step to be able to sit it inside. Hit the like, remember to subscribe. This is just one of those vlogs, so I keep you updated on the next video on what we're working on. And then go watch the previous videos on where I got this Hoonicorn, and then check out also the Hoonicorn site. If you love their stuff, go buy their merch, support them. You know, let's keep the fire burning, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.